Whoa. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to recording number 9 of DG and her body sculpting. I think I should have, hopefully, fingers crossed, enough time to finish her, at least finish the video that I'm following, the brand sculpt, body sculpt video that I always follow for the characters that I make. I should finish with that hopefully today, and then we'll obviously spend some time trying to define and uh, make the musculature that I want for DG a bit more apparent. But we might not finish that at all today, but at least hopefully I should have enough time today to at least finish the body. Not the body, sorry, the video. That's what I wanted to say. And so yeah, without any further ado, let us continue. All right. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have to say much. It is a recording. I didn't say much yesterday's recording, or last time's recordings. You don't know when it happened. And yeah, I kind of just locked in, which I guess is a good thing. The more locked in I am, the more work can be done. Um, so not a bad thing to be a little bit locked in. I also didn't have much to say yesterday, and in all honesty, I don't have much to say today as well. Um, so we'll see how today goes, not only for the recording, but also for the live stream. We'll see how today goes. I feel like I want to make this bigger. All right, that should be fine. Let's bring this down. Forget that everything gets reset. Oops. Can't click buttons. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I'm putting music on. Maybe that's also why I was quiet too. If I have no reason to talk, like in the stream, I usually have a reason to talk because either there's people typing in chat, or you know, you do have to be a little bit entertaining. You do have to speak in case someone is lurking and is like questioning whether or not they want to talk. It is good to say something to let them know that you are here and you will respond and you are alive and you're not just uh doing random shit on stream. Was that actually like a good addition? I don't know. Hold on. Let me continue looking at the video. Oh, I see. Okay. My stream also cut off yesterday. Um, my power went out briefly. Um, yeah. For a reason that I know why it went out. It's the whole like breaker situation. I was supposed to get that fixed um earlier this week, but with all the issues that we've been having because of the storm, it completely like missed my mind, or didn't even cross my mind until obviously the issue came back yesterday. So that will be fixed. Hasn't been fixed yet. Um, I will get that fixed momentarily, but you know, at least at the moment, things are getting back to normal, but things aren't 100% back to normal. So until then, you know, just wait a moment. Don't be so don't be so greedy. Or I don't know. But yeah, it was fine though, because it was like towards the end of the stream already. No biggie. I just didn't go back live again. There was no need to. Um, it was the end of the stream anyway. Pretty much. Uh, I was chatting with Kuke in the chat, but you know, I also have his Discord, so I could always just chat with him there. No biggie. So yeah, I still need to upgrade my. I need to update my what's it called? My Minecraft. I'm waiting until like just in case they make another update. You know. Um. Wait. Let's decrease this. Right. I'm waiting to see if they update it again. Before the Wednesday stream, because sometimes they do. I think most updates come out on Wednesday though, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to do that anyway. That's like on me. That's a me issue. No need to worry about it, you guys. I'll get that done. But yeah, we were talking about it, I guess, yesterday. I'm pretty sure we're close to being done with uh with Stone Block. At least like the main story stuff. I think once I do get access to the save file of our world, I think might still play on it a little bit. Let's bring it up to 4.4 string. I don't know if I'd do it on stream. I could also just play on it off stream because I really did like Stone Block. Um, and honestly, if I'm being honest, uh, because I've talked before about like wanting to have a forever world, right? But I don't want it to be a vanilla world because I find vanilla a bit boring for my taste, right? Uh, okay, that's too tough. That should be good enough, hopefully. Or maybe it has to be bigger. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I've talked about wanting a forever world, and I think Stone Block, even though like I guess with after all the quests are done, or at least all the main quests are done, there won't be like a reason to build up the world anymore. But I guess like there really is no reason to do a forever world at the end of the day. That reason sort of you have to find yourself. You have to figure that out for yourself. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I'll probably still play on it a bit. I wonder, although I do wonder if the reason why I'm enjoying it so much is because I am playing with someone else, and if that sort of motivation and that sort of enjoyment will die down when I am playing it on my own. Because it is nice to like build stuff in a Minecraft world with the purpose that someone else will also use it. Like building the whole like chicken stuff is nice because I know that we're gonna need it. Um, and it's helpful. It's been very helpful. Okay, at this point in the video, he's like moving the arms and moving like the body to match the silhouette, but I don't really like what silhouette was I using for her? I was using the sort of like which one is it? Is this one French ref? No, I guess this was technically the original, but I didn't end up liking it. New front ref. This one? It looks fine, I think, for the most part. Side ref? I guess the side ref is important. It matches this side ref kind of nicely. If anything, I need to like move it inward a bit. Did I use this side ref? Did I use this reference as the guide for the side? I feel like maybe I did. If that's the case, I feel like elastic grab is like just way better than grab. Maybe it's just personal preference. But yeah, I'll probably convert it into like some sort of forever world. And it'd be nice because then like I could look at stuff and be like, oh yeah, that's I remember this. This is when me and Cookie did this, and that, and all that jazz. But yeah, because I'm pretty sure the story is like done. The mod pack is still being updated, but it's hard to know if. Oh, that's your arms in the way. Can't really see. I need to do a lot with her stomach. All right, I think that looks fine. Nothing crazy so far. All right, let's continue. So yeah, I don't know. Um, Toonbok is just so good, and I don't know. I think like I mentioned this before in on the live streams, but I think the main issue that I have with like not just Minecraft, but in general like most survival games is that unless there's like a way, some survival games I guess sort of implement a way to sort of manage or deal with this, but they usually, especially I think it's mostly an issue with like survival games that have like an unlimited map or like a really big map. It's not really an issue for survival games that uh have kind of like a sort of predetermined map or have like teleportation mechanics in play. And that is like there's so much to explore and there's so much you could grab, and then your base doesn't move. There's like no way to like move your base and like bring it with you, or like just basically like moving stuff is a lot harder. And I don't really like that a lot in some survival games. I feel like it loses a lot of fun when you can't like move or you can't bring stuff with you. Or this one. Or her knees are like way lower. Where are her knees? Her knees aren't like that defined. Um, I should probably define them a bit. I think they're supposed to be here. But yeah, I feel like that's an issue that a lot of open world survival crafting games sort of have. They don't have like a good sort of solution for that. Um, and I feel like with Stone Block, because you can't just like walk anywhere. You have to like basically dig to it, so it's a bit more of like a hassle, and it does like encourage you to sort of build roads and later on like teleporters and stuff. Because of all that, it sort of like makes it feel nicer. And I also like how I don't know. I think I also did say this before that like in regular Minecraft mod packs, you could like walk randomly to like random locations, and it's hard to like tell which areas are like actually important or not. But in Stoneblock, if it's on the map, it's important because otherwise it's just stone. I feel like it needs to be lower. It's hard to get the. Oh wait, let me get stabilized stroke. That will help, I think. Okay, I think that did help, but still not perfect. Okay, that's a little bit better. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I like Stoneblock. As a modded Minecraft map. It's the same reason why I also gravitate towards like what's it called? Uh, Skyblocks and stuff. Because Skyblocks also have the same sort of idea where it's like you have to you have to sort of do all the decorating, which I guess like as someone who doesn't really do a lot of building is kind of like a bad thing, but you don't have to worry too much about the decoration at the end of the day if you don't want to as well. But yeah, but again, the issue I guess with Skyblocks is that it's mostly empty. Like there might be some Skyblocks that I remember playing that like try to add like cool and interesting stuff to be found if you like explore outwards. But I feel like most Skyblocks, especially like the big ones, I guess, don't have that. And so it's kind of like empty. At least with Stone Block, it's not as empty because you at least still have there's still dungeons and stuff to explore. And I like that a lot. Not to glaze Stone Block too much, but it's pretty darn perfect in what I'm looking for in terms of a mod pack. If I had to be honest. So yeah, I like it. I feel like I've voiced enough about how much I like it. I'm kind of like beating a dead horse here. So yeah, probably gonna be a while before I start playing other mod packs. Especially if I would treat it like a forever world. And if it keeps on getting updates, then that's just even better. Yeah, that's it. I don't have I don't have anything else to say about that. Stoneblock is goaded, and yeah, go play Stoneblock. If you're listening to this, go play Stoneblock. It's goaded. The quests are cool. It's not too grindy. I guess that was like also a fear that I had, especially as like a mod pack. As since Kuke is not like a super duper mega expert on modded Minecraft yet, because you know he's still learning. My one of my biggest fears was that it was going to be too grindy. I feel like a lot of Skyblocks do end up being a bit grindy because you kind of have to like make everything. You can't just go out and explore and find it. And there's nothing else really to do in Skyblocks, so the only like sort of option is for it to be grindy. So part of me was afraid that it was going to be too grindy and it was going to be a bit like too off-putting in that regard. But I'm luckily enough it wasn't that at all. And it was actually like pretty nice. Very like I don't want to say handholdy, but the fact that you have to like upgrade, oh, that's also really good. A good mod pack I feel like will gatekeep certain stuff because there's some stuff that is just like super duper omega overpowered, and that if you get access to it like early on, you're pretty much like the go. Okay, that looks like very weird. I think later on he like uses a grab brush to like push it back out or something. Because, yeah, that looks weird. It kind of just looks like the backside of it collapsed. If he doesn't do it, then I will. Because I think I did too much, maybe. Never mind, he immediately goes to. I think maybe later on he does fix it, maybe. But at least for the time being, he doesn't. And I feel like if he's not going to fix it now, I will. I feel like her thighs need to be bigger in the back here. Like it needs to like come out like that. Her anatomy might be a bit scuffed. I will admit that. I'll be the first to admit it, TBH. But at least I'm trying. I'll give myself that, maybe. Alright. Now he's working on her boobs. Again, following the silhouette, which... I didn't really, like, follow silhouette to the T on the side view. In some parts, I think I did. In some other parts, I didn't. Like, the stomach area, I don't think I did. Or maybe, did I? I don't remember. If I do, then I have to, like, push a lot of stuff inward. And her hand's also covering it a bit, so it's kind of hard to see. Um, it doesn't help that this is also like super duper. How can I make it so that I can actually see the background? I guess I'd have to push it forward with like a little bit of transparency. This isn't too bad though. I guess not everything is the same. Like her knees are a lot higher than in that reference, which I don't know if that was like a good thing or not. I think. Wait, what is he doing in the video right now? I think he's just pushing it out, pushing this so that it's like straighter. But I think I will actually. Oops. I think it's click, then control, or alt, I mean. Oh, but I think that's too big. Hold on. If I remember correctly, left clicking and holding alt. Nope, not alt. I guess it must be control. Nope, not control either. Um, or maybe it is you have to hold it first and then do it. Oh yeah, you have to hold it first and then do it. It's controlled as well. You have to hold control and then left click. And if you do not, yeah, if you do that, then it only pushes it in the direction forward and backwards. So I could go like this, and it'll still just go only forward and backwards. I feel like it's maybe it's fine. All right, let's continue. Okay. I guess another reason why I wanted to do this off stream was because, I have done this on stream before in the past. So, I doubt it's going to be that much of an issue. With Twitch and the like, but you know, just in case. Maybe. Now Twitch has nothing to complain about. Except, yeah, I mean, I occasionally still show off the body on stream, but I only show it off like towards the beginning when I'm like, this is what I did yesterday. All right, this is what I did during the recording. Um, but okay, I was using the crease brush. Yeah. And then the pinch brush. I think I do need to. Yeah. Okay, where's the crease brush? There's two creases. I guess when he made the video, there was only one crease, but now they've split the crease brush into two grease? What? Uh, into two crease brushes. One for sharpness and one for polish. I don't know what the difference is, except I guess what it says in the name. One is for sharpness and the other one's for polish. Um, Save. Let's never forget to save, chat. Never forget. I think grease polish is like more of what he was using, if I'm being honest. And grease. Why am I saying grease? Grease sharp is more of like the what was I saying? Is more of like the sharpness brush and the crease brush combined together into one. Um, Does it make sense for like the chest to pop out more than like the boobs? Or I feel like does that make sense? I don't know. Dude, what do I know? What do I know? Bro, what do I know? I'm not an expert. Is that a good idea? I don't know. The references, what do you say? I guess. What did he use next? He used like the pinch brush. Where's the pinch brush again? It's like one of these, I think. Oh, this one. I feel like, okay, the shape here kind of got messed up, I think. I think. Oops. Okay, I think the elastic brush is just too good. Hmm. Hmm. This feels like rather wrong, doesn't it? But I can't really like put my finger on what exactly is wrong about it. They're like, it's like too perfect, I feel like. Does that make sense? Maybe, hold on. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know if I could find some references on this. Let me see, let me see. Drawing feet. Okay, well that's not what I'm looking for. But I appreciate. What was that website that I found last time? That had like really good anatomy stuff. I saved it, I think, in my links. Let me see if I can find it again. Did I save it under body stuff? No. Or where did I save it? Hmm. Where did I save it? Mm, 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 mm. I don't even know like what I even called it in order to like find it in this organized list. I feel like I need to kind of like I've said this before. I need to like clean up my organized links because they're not as organized. There's a lot of videos on here that it's kind of just like I don't know. At some point, I was like, damn, I have a lot of YouTube videos I need to watch, and so I just kind of like put them there in this list without actually having watched them. So I don't actually know if they're like good or anything like that. Um, I need to go back and actually like take a look at uh a lot of these links to see if they're actually useful or not, or if they're like best just like get thrown away. I guess like condense the list down even more to a list of like actual useful links and not just like a bunch of random links that still need to be watched. I can still have this list and add to it, but I do highlight some of the good ones that I like. The ones that I know I like 100% use on a day-to-day basis. I wait, what is this? I have them highlighted yellow. Stuff like the brand sculpt method and the face and stuff. And time lapses that I've used to make certain parts of the characters' bodies. Like that stuff I do have highlighted somewhere. But yeah. Yeah, I can't find exactly where this link was. Let me continue looking through Pinterest. Also, I think I just realized that I actually probably won't have enough as much time as I said I would at the beginning, mostly because I forgot I'm gonna start at 3 and not at 4. I think yeah, maybe hold on. No, that's not helping. Um, maybe a grab instead. Just grab. There it is. I think like the side chest isn't supposed to be visible. Maybe. So I think they were pointing like too forward. I think they sort of sag outwards. At least from all the references I can see. Oh, cool. Sorry. Completely not anything to do with what we're looking at right now. Horns. Cool horns. Sheepy has horns. Oh, cool. Look at this one. This one has the horn coming out of the eyes. That's so interesting. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to save that. Not for Sheepy, but for potential future characters. Sometimes ideas for characters come from just like cool designs I see online, cool concepts, and I'm just like, okay, I could do something with that, you know? Uh, okay. Wait, where am I? Okay. Mm, it also is a bit dependent on what they're wearing. I think if left unclothed, I think they usually sag outwards, away from each other. But obviously, with clothing in mind, they sort of get squished together. So should I model this in the sense that it will she will I mean she will have clothing, obviously. But you know what I mean. Like should I model this with the idea that she'll be wearing clothing and so they should in theory be more squished together? Or will I make the clothing in mind with the fact that they will be more squished together? I don't know. I think for now this is fine. Maybe. Um it's fine for now. I'll go back and maybe try to fix it in a bit. I think like I need an angle from like the bottom view like this, cause Brand sculpts looks from down there, but then he like tries to get them more like circular, I guess, which I guess that kind of makes sense. I don't know. I don't know what the method is. Hmm. Uh. Mm, 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 mm. Wait, was it from this? Character design references. Maybe this is the website that I was looking about or thinking about. Character design. I think this is the website. I guess I had to look it up. Maybe that's why I didn't save it because I was like, I'll just look it up. Like every time I need to look for anatomy, it will be brought up. So. Dun, 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 dun. I guess they do look quite weird. Or not weird, but you know what I mean. Again, these are just like references from like that people have drawn. Like obviously, you have to take their word for it and hope that like the way they're drawing these characters is the right way to do it, right? But they what is it? The breasts do look a bit like I don't know. They're not definitely not circular. At least this one reference that I'm looking at, which it's diverting me to a Pinterest board, but then the drawing that I'm looking for isn't showing up on this Pinterest board. So what am I supposed to do about that? I guess I could isolate the image, open image in new tab. But is this maybe this is supposed to come in a bit as well. What am I grabbing? Am I using? I'm just using grab. Hmm. All right. I definitely do want to finish the video today though, so I don't wanna get stuck up on this. Let me see if there's other references. I didn't scroll all the way down. There might be others. This website does have a lot of references. Ready for more? Click our main board on Pinterest. I don't know if like the board just isn't updating. It says it has 151 pins. But then when I scroll down, this isn't. I think I said this before. Last time I looked at this, I was like, it says it has 151 pins. But when I scroll down, this is not 151 pins. There's barely like 20 on here. So either like they're not loading all, or like what's going on? I don't know. Why 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 is it limiting my view? Why isn't it showing all the pins that is supposedly supposed to be on this pin board? Is it just not loading all of them? Or what? I don't know. Anyway, let's just continue. Um, let me finish this video. We're almost done. I think he does a little bit of the stomach before ending the boobs section, and then he works on the hand, which we'll do a little bit of. He takes a sharp brush and he what does he do again? Sorry. Like outlines the stomach. It's too pointy the way I'm doing it. It needs to be smoother. And I think maybe higher too. Still too pointy. Okay, that's too wide. Hold on, let me let's see the video again. Oh, he starts from the side and goes in. Ah, that's smart. Why didn't I think of that? So it's a lot lighter. The way the one that he does. The way it looks like that, yeah. What else does he do? Mm, 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 mm. Now these things are gonna be more defined in a second. Or not a second, but once this video is done. And I just brought it in like not that long ago, but I think it's good to bring it out again. All right, now he's just fixing the silhouette, which hey, if I'm matching this silhouette, it looks nice. It matches at least. But if I'm trying to match any other silhouette, it does not look good. Like I'm fine though. All right, yeah, I definitely will finish this video today. Oh yeah, and then he fixes the whole like back of the knee stuff here as well, which I already did, I guess. One step ahead. Then he pinches the stomach, or not the stomach, the belly button. Sure. All right. We have to remesh the hand now. It's the hand's turn to be worked on. So yeah, am I happy with the hand? By the way, I feel like the hand is always like one of the bits that I end up like messing around with a lot because there's always like something wrong with it. It's not like perfect. And I think it has to do with this. I guess, it's not going to be perfect. If this isn't perfect, then it's going to be a lot harder to fix. I don't like the way that sort of like bends down. So why are they like not more straight? Why are they like bent? I think it's a bit better, although it's too flat, I feel like. But I think like if I'm looking at my own arm, the transition between like here and here is supposed to be flat. Because I feel like I'm tempted to, I don't know why, I'm tempted to like bring this up like that, right? But obviously, if you look at your own arm, that's not how it looks. If anything, if you're looking at your own arm from like, if you were to hold it flat, where it starts to like come out, it's like down here actually. This is where like the flatness starts to sort of break off and it becomes no longer flat. I don't know why. Yo, is my hand fucked up or like what? Hey, yo, what the fuck? Why is my hand low-key fucked up? I also feel like it's too long. You know what I mean? The room between like when it starts to bend and the sort of like where the thumb connection is not that far back. Oh wait, hold on. I'd say it's like there. The fuck is this? Oh, it's just that. Okay, that's fine. What else? What else do I think needs fixing? Um, hold on. The fingers might also need to be like thinner as well. I'm using individual origins. Very nice. But yeah, I also don't really like the shape of the fingers, if I'm being honest. I don't know how else to like do it though. Like I understand why I bring this back, because then it makes this stand out, and that's like where the nail is supposed to be. But on some of them, I don't do it enough. Like on this one, probably needs to be brought back like way more, and also like maybe brought in like that. I'm gonna duplicate and save this, so that I could reuse this, because this is looking definitively better, I think. Definitively, definitely. What? I don't know. I guess in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'll fix it when I retopologize, but that's probably like the wrong mindset to have these sort of things. All right, I think that this looks better. Kind of. It's not perfect still, but it is marginally better. Or maybe like the size of the fingers might also need to be changed a bit. This one needs to be brought back a bit, I think. We'll use proportional editing for that. Just using my own fingers as like a guide. This one is like smaller than this one, but this one is bigger than both. And this one ends. Probably need to bring the pinky back a little bit. I think the thumb is fine. Perchance. Maybe. All right, let's just go with that. So let me make a duplicate of this. I'm gonna put that inside of the body block out. And then I'm going to apply the mirror modifier, the advanced subdivision. And if anything, I'm going to delete this side. Should I delete it? I could always just apply another mirror modifier. Yeah, I'm just going to delete it. Okay. And then we're going to add a remesh. And we're going to bring it down until my computer starts lagging. Or until Blender starts lagging. Or it looks good. Or it removes all the webbed fingers, whichever comes first. Almost. There we go. Okay. And then we apply that. Go into sculpt mode. Clean up the connections. But yeah, later today on stream, I guess sneak peek. I don't know. I don't actually know if people watch these recordings. I could make them into commentaries, back in the day. Who wouldn't watch a cheeky little TF2 commentary? Right, guys? Who's with me? I don't know. But yeah, and I could upload these onto the main channel instead. Oh god. Okay, hold on. Let's save real quick. I don't like how that lagged. Because maybe, I mean, it's the end of the day. It's basically just like an extra VOD. And the only reason why I'm like recording these is that if I do make a time lapse of this, which, if I'm making time lapses now ever since I made the Revy time lapse, I don't want this to be missing. I don't want, you know, since I have allowed myself to work on things off stream, I don't want the work that I've done off stream to be lost and for it to just kind of like be like, how did you do this? I don't know. I don't have any footage to show you guys, so you guys just have to kind of struggle bus it. I guess in my mind, I'm still like, people can use this as like a teaching moment. Um, I'm hoping people can. Time lapses are good. I need to watch more time lapses. I thought about it earlier today. Um, Again, I don't know why my mind sometimes like immediately goes to like, what if I were to like teach someone or mentor someone? what would I tell them? What would I yeah, ooh, God, what am I saying? What would my instructions be? Um, or if someone were to like come in and ask how I got started, I would probably suggest time lapses for sure, because time lapses are like really good way. It's one thing to like watch a video of someone like talking about like, oh, I suggest you do this. It's like, okay. It's another thing to like watch someone actually do the work. Um, and I feel like that's what time lapses do. No nonsense. I guess like the bad thing about time lapses is they don't explain what they're doing or how they're doing it. You have to kind of figure that out. It's a bit easier to do if you already understand what is going on. Um, but I think it's better to see, especially if it's like a really good artist. Like we could find some really cool techniques, really important techniques, thanks to some incredible artists out there who just post their time lapse videos out there for anyone to watch. I forgot her name already, bruh. I always mention her, even though like I have absolutely zero interaction with her at all. I don't even know if she streams. I think she does, but I don't know if she streams on Twitch. I think she streams on YouTube. Mo Kanu Choi is the name. I know Mr. Zing. I swear his name used to be Mr. Zingy, and now his name is Mr. Zing. I guess he just changed it. Whatever. Um, but I've been saying it for a while. I feel like I'm gonna fuck up, and he's like, "Who's Mr. Zingy?" I'm like, "I don't fucking know, bro." Um, Mr. Zing, what's it called? He live streams occasionally. I think yesterday he live streamed. Um, I tuned in very briefly. He was working on the PS2 models that he's doing, or not the PS2 models, PS1 models that he's doing. That was kind of like a moment where I was like, fuck. Like, how I've been saying that, like, I kind of want to, like, find a low poly style that is, like, unique and cool. And when I saw that, I was like, fuck, of course. Why didn't I think of that sort of thing? Classic Smiling Friends bit. Um, but I wasn't really, like, much of a PS1 gamer. I was more of a PS2 gamer. And I can't really like I don't know. I don't think there's like any sort of like models or any sort of like characters from that era that I've like thought too fondly of where I'm like, "Oh yeah, I want to do a 3D model similar to that, right?" But he has. So, good for him. Nice. Very happy for you. Anyway, yeah, time lapses, that's what I was talking about. Time lapses very useful. Go check them out. I think I also said that in my own time lapse for Revi. I was like, go watch time lapses. That's how I learned most of my things, I feel like. Or at least a lot of my stuff I've learned from time lapses. Okay, I think like a lot of the videos has to deal with the hands, but I remember like not really using a lot of the stuff he uses. At some point like I'll reach the end. I think we're very close to reaching the end. My neck hurts. I don't know why. It feels like strained, like maybe I slept wrong. Feels like I don't know. I don't know if sore is the right word. It just feels like what's the right word for it? Maybe strained is the right word, and I got it right the first time. He kind of does this, but I don't know if this actually like matters that much. It's just kind of funny. But yeah, we might try out Power World. I think that's what I was talking about earlier. Sneak peek. We might try out Power World later today on stream. I'm low key tempted to replay it again, but we have Satisfactory now. Ooh, I don't know. I guess I could bounce around. It's not that big of a deal. I kind of want to start from the beginning though, just because there does seem to be quite a lot that's been added, and they have like reinvigorated the the sort of starting quests, I think. So I'm like low key tempted to restart, but from the beginning. But like I said on stream yesterday, I think we'll start off by looking at the content in the world that we do currently have that we have leveled up. And then if I feel like it's necessary or like I feel like it'd be good to restart, I will. And if I do restart, I might play it a bit off stream. I don't know. I said that before, but I haven't really been playing too much Satisfactory off stream. The only time I played Satisfactory off stream was when the whole like power internet situation was down and I was able to still play it on my PC. That's like the only reason why I was able to or I still played it. I had nothing else to do, and I was just bored. I wanted to play a game. Um, fuck, why am I yawning so much too? How annoying. You ever do something involuntary that you're like, fuck, I'm being annoying right now? It's me every time I yawn on stream. I'm such a fucking dork, dude. Everyone's gonna laugh at me for yawning. Dork is such a funny word. All right, one final top off. Anymore, and I'm doing overkill at this point. Eat this fucking carrot. I think it'd be cool to have a pet goat. I saw a video yesterday about pygmy goats, and they look really nice. The little small goats. There's a lot of animals that I think it'd be nice to have pets. I guess the issue is like taking care of all of them. It's if it's there's like a critical mass of like having a pet or having a lot of pets, which starts to become like kind of like a job. And at that point, you might as well just like make a animal sanctuary or something like that because you're spending so much time taking care of these animals. Might as well just like get paid for it or something, or get help with it. Um, I have a pet turtle, which I've mentioned before. Um, she lives in a tank and stuff. I think it'd be cool to have a pet tortoise though, especially the ones that grow up to be really big and live for like 50 years or like 100 years or something. I think it'd be nice to have a pet that outlives me and I could like give it to someone to take care of it for me. Yes. My ideal pet is a burden to give to someone else when I die. I want the pet that is most a burden. That would be the ultimate pet. But yeah, tortoises are nice. Or I guess like I don't know. I don't know how I would like to be raised like a huge tortoise. It's fun to see like the videos of like all those like little tortoises running around trying to get food or something. But will I actually be able to take care of them correctly? It's one thing to just have a pet, and it's another thing to like actually take care of the pet in the way it's supposed to. Make sure they have like a good habitat and are stimulated or whatever. What's the word for it? I forgot. Enrichment. That's the word. Proper proper enrichment for your animal. If you're not enriching their life, that's a bad thing. But yeah, pygmy goats, pigs look kind of fun to have. I think people who have like bird pets that like rest on their shoulders are kind of cool too. I think it'd be cool to have like a pet bird that sort of follows you around. Maybe in some weird way it all kind of like circles back to like wanting like a pet sort of robot. Because then like at that point you like you don't have to like feed it. The only thing you have to do, I guess, is like charge it or whatever. That's like that's like what feeding technically is to a pet robot. Can you imagine a pet robotic bird that follows you around? It's basically like a drone. I'm describing a drone, but obviously you still want it to have like some sort of self autonomy. Because that's what makes it fun. Oh God, it like all circles back to like the game idea that I talked about. That's basically what I want out of a game. Having like pets. Oh yeah, that actually sounds that sounds really bad. Especially since I also like having a little civilization. You know what I mean? I mean I have like it's nice to have like some of the pets walking around, you know. Having a dog in the house is kind of nice too, because they're just kind of like chilling. It's like having I don't know. Maybe it's time to stop talking. Moral of the story: pets are cool. I think that's what I wanted to say. Oh, God. Again, why am I like yawning? I haven't even started streaming yet, and I'm already yawning. Shit's awful. All right, I think we're almost done though, and I need to call it either way because I need to get ready for stream. But I think we're done. What does he do last? What does he do next? Oh yeah, he starts to like draw the creases on the fingers. I don't do that, and I don't care to do that. So, all right, so he's done. So I'm done. In the next recording, we are gonna work on giving her a little bit more muscle definition. Um, the video did a good job of giving her like a little bit of muscle definition in certain areas, but I'm gonna go back and give more muscle definition. In some areas, I did go out of my way to do it while I was watching the video, like around the neck, the shoulder blades, a little bit of the shoulder, but I need to go back and sort of like look at some videos about anatomy and try to like get because I don't want her to be super muscular. I did find this one guy on TikTok, not TikTok, sorry, Twitter. Hella Faith. Oh, it's a girl. Sorry, I found someone. They do figure sculpting, and they make their characters like super super muscular. Um, I want something like that, but less muscular. They actually did post a video today, 11 hours ago, showcasing a muscle resculpt, and they show like the before and after. I'm probably gonna be looking at that for reference, but you know, not super defined. I want her to have muscles. I don't want her to be like, you know, very low body fat percentage. Um, I don't think it would make sense. But yeah, we'll continue that though another day. Oh god, my nose. I don't know what's going on with it. So yeah, that is about it for today's recording. Here, hold on, before we leave, here's what we did so far. Let me also delete all this drawings that I did. Unnecessary. Okay, there we go. Here's what we have so far with her body. Oh, let me give this some mirror modifier for the time being, so she's not handless. So not bad. She's getting there. I don't know about her head. Her head might still be too small, or maybe her neck is too long. Maybe it's fine actually. I don't know. Her hair is coming out really nicely too. I'm really happy with how things went yesterday. I still need to add some more strands that were missing, but we'll get to work on that on in stream in a little bit. So yeah, that is about it for the recording for today. Thank you for coming along. Thank you for watching. This is a little bit longer, I think, than yesterday's recording. I don't know about the other recording. Um, but we technically could have gone for a lot longer if, or a little bit longer. I don't know if I would have. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Have a good one. See you later. Goodbye. 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 Bye.